hope you people are enjoying your online classes and worksheets, and we really need to appreciate you for submitting your assignment on time, and I would like to encourage you for your other upcoming worksheets too. So all the best for your worksheets and assignments. And before moving on into the topic, let me have one brain teaser. Yes, what is the longest word in the word smile? Yes, by this time you would have got your answer. Yes, the longest word in the smile is smile. Yes, let's start a session with smile. Before moving on into our new topic, let's have a quick recap about our previous class. What is mean by noun? Noun is a naming word of a person, place or a thing. How many kinds of nouns are there? Yes, we have 5 kinds of noun. Yes, what are they? Yes, first one is proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun and material noun. Yes, I know you are very clear about this 5. Now let's move on to our new topic, pronoun. Pronoun is a word which is used instead of noun to avoid repetition. Let's take a look about example. Usha is an intelligent girl. She studies well. In this example, we have 2 sentences where both the sentences talk about the same person, Usha. To avoid such repetition, we are using pronoun she. In second example, Vijay is reading. He is reading a novel. Both the sentences about Vijay, where to avoid repetition, to avoid putting Vijay, we have replaced the name Vijay in a repetition and we can put pronoun. Okay. Why we have used she for Usha and he for Vijay? Yes, by this time you would have got your answers correct. Because according to the gender, we will place pronoun. Is it clear? Next, let's take a look at kinds of pronoun. What all are the kinds of pronoun? We have 6 kinds of pronouns, which is very important in our day-to-day life to improve our English. Yes. So first one is personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns, emphatic pronouns, demonstrative pronouns and distributive pronouns. These 6 are very important in our day-to-day life. So please listen to the kinds of pronoun. Now let's see personal pronoun. Personal pronoun which takes the place of a person and thing. We have 7 pronouns. Now let's look at it. Singular and plural pronouns. According to the speakers, we have singular and plural pronouns. So first person is the speaker. I am the first person who is speaking to you. Second person is the listener who is listening to me now. Then third person is one who is spoken of or spoken about. So this is what the speaker is all about. Then first person singular is I, first person plural is we, second person singular you and second person plural is also you. There is no changes for it. Third person singular he, she, it and third person plural they. So these all are the pronouns which is very important. Personal pronoun can be a subject pronoun or object pronoun. Now let's see how the subject pronoun changes into object pronoun. Subject pronoun I will change as me, we will change as us, they will change as them and you will never change. You is you for object pronoun too. Then he will change as him, she will change as her and as the you, it will never change. It for subject pronoun will be same for the object pronoun too. I think it's clear for you. Now I will give you an easy example to remember personal pronouns. I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Let me put with an example. I am a teacher. I am a teacher. You are my friends. You are my friends. We all are family. We all are family. They are my colleagues. He is my brother. She is my sister. And it is the camera which is recording me. Now I am going to explain about subject and object pronouns with few examples. I am your friend. Here, I is the subject pronoun. Then, it is a new pen. In this sentence, it is the subject pronoun. And as I said before, in single sentence we can have subject and object pronoun too. So that is the example here. He gave me a book. He is subject pronoun and me is object pronoun. Object pronoun always answers the question to whom. Okay, to whom you gave that book? To me. Okay, it answers the question me. So here me is the object pronoun. And to be noted, subject pronoun always comes in the initial stage of the sentence. Object pronoun can be found in middle and the end of the sentence. Yes. Now let's move on to possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns is nothing but showing ownership or possession. Okay. Mine, ours, yours, his, hers, its, theirs. All these are possessive pronouns. Let's see the example. This bag is mine. In the sense, I'll put one incident here. Think that there is a baby with a chocolate. You are going and grabbing the chocolate. What would be the baby's reaction? Idu endu, right? So that shows the ownership for the chocolate. And here, this bag is mine in the sense showing ownership for the object here. Then, that car is theirs in this. Theirs is the possession, showing a ownership for the car, which belongs only for them, not for the others. Next, let's move on to reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronoun is nothing but where the subject will reflect back. That is known as reflexive pronoun. Myself, themself, herself, himself, itself, yourself, ourselves, themselves. Why? Why we are putting self and selves? It's nothing but if the pronoun is singular, we'll use self. If the pronoun is plural, we use selves. So that is the thing. Then, all these are known as reflexive pronouns. I think it's clear for you. I'll give few examples for reflexive pronouns. I painted myself. Here, myself is the reflexive pronoun which reflect the subject I. And in second example, we ourselves enjoying our holidays. Here, ourselves is the reflexive pronoun which reflects the subject we. I think it's clear for you now. Now, let's see emphatic pronouns. Emphatic pronouns give importance to subject or emphasize something. That is known as emphatic pronoun. We have some examples here. I myself do my project. Here, myself is the emphatic pronoun where myself is giving a stress that I myself done my work. No, I didn't get any other help from the others. So that is the stress for myself. Okay. Then in other example, he himself done his work. Here himself is the emphatic pronoun where himself stress that he himself done his work. So all the credit go only to him, not to the others. Then in other example, they themselves came to school. Here themselves is the emphatic pronoun. And the other thing to be noted is after the subject will get emphatic pronouns. So clear with next is demonstrative pronouns. We have singular and plural demonstrative pronouns. In this singular, this, that or singular demonstrative pronouns. These, those are plural demonstrative pronouns. So these all are demonstrative pronouns, which is very important. I'll give you one live example. Think that I am a teacher standing in a class and folding my hand and calling one of my students to take that book. What would be the reaction of the student? He will be blinking. Then, if I say take that book, in the sense I am pinpointing one book and telling. So it will be very clear for him to take that particular book. So that is the thing where we will use demonstrative pronouns. Okay. Here we have examples. This is my book. This is my book where I am stressing that that particular book is mine. Okay. Those are my books. Here I have used those because my books here the subject is plural form. So I have given the plural demonstrative pronoun. Okay. That is my pet. Okay, that is my pet where my pet is a singular subject. So I have given the demonstrative pronoun that. Okay. These are mangoes. The same way these is a demonstrative pronoun. According to the subject, the demonstrative pronouns will take place. Is that clear to everyone? Next is distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun used to point out an individual in a group. Okay? Each, either, neither. All these three are known as distributive pronouns. Okay? Let's some example. Either of these buses goes to Madurai. Either in the sense only two option. Okay? In the two you have to choose one. Here either of these buses, in the sense plural. Okay? You have two buses for Madurai. In that you have to choose one. So here either is going to be a distributive pronoun. Okay? Next one. Each of the girls gets a prize. In the sense we have girls in the sense plural. Okay? We have many girls, but in that two or more than two of girls will get the prize. So that is the meaning for this. So here each is distributive pronoun. Next, neither of these complaints is correct. Neither always conveys the negativity, which is not completely. Okay? In the sense both the complaints were not correct. So that is the meaning here. Last but not least, let's see interrogative pronouns. Okay? What, which, who, whom. All these are WH words. So interrogative pronoun is used to raise a question that it starts with WH question words. Yes. What is for general, which is for specific, who is for subject pronoun, and who is for object pronoun. What do you want? In the sense you have many options. Okay, what type of saree you want? In the sense you have many options to choose. Okay, which you want? In the sense you may get two or three options. In that you need to choose. So it's very specific. Yes. Next one, who. Already we saw the subject and object pronoun in our personal pronoun. Okay, so if it answers the question for who, it is subject pronoun. If it is answer for the question whom, it is object pronoun. Let's take a look at the example. What is your ambition? Okay, what is your ambition? What is the interrogative pronoun here? Yes, what. Next, whose pen is this? In this sentence, what is the interrogative pronoun? It's exactly correct. Brilliant answer. So, what, whose is again a interrogative pronouns. Okay, clear? Then, what is your ambition? In the sense you are raising a question towards a person. Next, whose pen? In the sense you are again raising a question. So, interrogative pronouns is used to raise a question. I think it's very clear for you. Hope you enjoyed this session. Let me catch you in the other session with a different topic. Yes, stay home and be happy. Take care of your health. Thank you. emphatic pronouns.